Hi everybody, Bonnie here. I hope you guys have been doing well. It's been crazy around here, but I have still found time to crochet amongst all that. And I found this new project that I love and I'm kind of addicted to right now. Some of you might have seen the video with the humongous giant bee that I made for someone. And then when I took that to work, another person's like, oh, you know, I really would like an octopus. And I'm like, I can do that. And I never ever made an octopus before. So I was looking online, of course, YouTubing and things, and Google imaging patterns for an octopus, and I found one that it was just adorable and it was the perfect size. There are some really cool octopus patterns out there, like Amber, my darling Amber from Crochet did a humongous one. She used the pattern from Old Soul Crochet Company, and that one has a lot of bobbles. It's a beautiful octopus. I will link that video below, but I really don't like bobble stitches. If you don't know what a bobble stitch is, it's like a bubble, kind of like all these cluster of stitches together. So I was looking for a pattern without that. And then it needed to be a cute octopus, not one of the ones that are realistic and kind of scary looking. It's called the Super Easy Octopus by Kittens and Crochet. I just love that name, Kittens and Crochet. And this is the little octopus that I made. Her pattern, she did a little mouth. I did not do a mouth on this one because I just thought, you know, he didn't need a little mouth. This is smaller than the octopus from her video. The one in her video is kind of like a typical size, probably like 7-inch stuffed animal type. This one is a lot smaller, like this is the size of my hand. I used a G hook, a 4mm hook for this one, and the yarn is a bunch of scrap yarn. I don't know what it's called. This was gifted to me. It's really super soft and it's a thinner yarn. It's almost like a mandala type yarn. It feels like it's acrylic. It's got sparkles in it. That's what I love. It's got sparkles. It's a darker yarn with the smaller hook, so the stitches were like harder to see, but I made it in a night. I mean, a few hours. It wasn't that bad. Maybe less than a few hours. I don't know. You know, you're a mom and you get interrupted. You can't just like sit and crochet. So anyway, so I made this little guy. Is so cute. What I love about this pattern also is that I'll show you on the next one what I love about the pattern, because yeah, I made another one. So this is the first little guy I made, and this is the second one that I made. Now this one is bigger than the YouTube tutorial by Kittens and Crochet. She also has it in her Etsy shop as a paid for pattern too. I just watched the video. This yarn was also gifted to me. This is Bernat blanket yarn. It's baby blanket yarn, and it's the color Little Sunshine. It's, I think, just one skein of this. This is 100 grams or 3.5 ounces. You know, when all these like, oh, it's 100 yards or whatever ounces, and I don't know. I never measure. I don't like measuring. So it's just like, oh, it's about a skein of yarn. Again, I did not put a smile on this one either because I just think it's cute like this. Okay, so these safety eyes are, I think they're 4mm or 6mm. They're like the smallest ones I've had. I didn't really have any that would do with an octopus this big, so Sage, who also crafts, has a bunch of safety eyes, and I think these are about like a 14 or 16mm. I do glue them in also with hot glue. But what I like about this pattern is it sits flat. It totally sits flat because of the way it's made underneath. It's kind of hard to see with this yellow yarn, but you kind of see like there's like a little ridge here, and then when you flatten out the tentacles, it sits nice and flat. I do like that these are not super curly either, because some of the octopus patterns are just like so tight. I really like the looseness of this one, and it's so soft and squishy. And the cat likes it because, you know, these are also can also be cat toys. I've seen them where, you know, you put a little catnip in one that's this size, and of course not safety eyes, but Dingo, our humongous kitten, loves this thing. He was cuddling by it. It was so cute. So this is not the octopus that is going to the lady at work. Briella has that one. And in just a second, I'm gonna have her bring it in. Now, when I made the bee, the person at work, who was a different person, wanted a bigger bee. So I made it like humongous. So then I was thinking, okay, I need to make a big octopus. So I started making this big, huge octopus, and it was using this type of yarn, which is loops and threads, cuddly chenille eco, which is 100% recycled. This is 100% recycled yarn, and it is super, super soft. But this was like super big, and then I'm imagining, okay, we'll have the head or body of the octopus, and then all the tentacles, and like 5 packages of polyfill, you know, like this was just like way too big. It looks like one of those hair dryers at the beauty salon. So I started over. So when I was doing this honker, I just started crocheting like I was making the bee. But it's got a little point here too. I would have brought that in with the tail. I always leave the tail so I can just sew it in a little bit better around there. But this was like, this would be the size of the bee face. So that's when I started searching for a better octopus pattern, and then that's when I found that one. Well, I know I'm like talking like crazy because I am so excited about this thing, you guys. It is adorable, like so adorable. Okay, Briella, bring that in. Look at this little guy, girl, doesn't matter. It's so cute. Little Briella has, can you see under there? She's got an octopus hat on. Woo! So I had 1 skein of this in seafoam, which is the head and the trim on the tentacles. And then the light pink, the same thing with this honker that I was making, that is called Pink Cherub. It's all the same loops and threads, cuddly eco yarn that is 100% recyclable. Her pattern did not call, like when I made this, it's the same, you know, pattern here, but it didn't look right because I had used 2 different colors. It just had the pink tentacles, and the tentacles were a little thin for my liking, so I added a row of slip stitches in the seafoam green all the way around. So I did that, and then I did a smile. My smile's a little bit different than she did it in her video, and the safety eyes. I hot glued the back of the safety eye, put it in, and then hot glued the inside of the safety eye. These safety eyes from Glass Eyes online. I ordered these off of Etsy. They are 34mm eyes. Ooh, Briella, you have a black eye. 34mm eyes.
Give
and
my hand an eye.
Give your hand an eye? Okay. Oh, look at that ring. The one-eyed hand. Okay. And on the back, the safety eye, it kind of looks like a typical safety eye back that I'm used to. When I glued it on the octopus, I put glue around, hot glue, right around here. Not a lot because I didn't want it to spill out. And then I stuck the eye in, and then on the back of the eye, once it was in there, I put some more glue and then squished that down because obviously I don't want the eyes coming out. And when you make something out of blanket yarn, you can kind of, I'll do it with this pink one, you can stick your fingers right through. Now this is not going to a child, so I'm not worried about a choking hazard or anything like that. But it is so soft and cuddly. And now, Briella, we get to rip this out.
Oh!
Because I have shown you, and I can make a pink one. I'm going to make a huge pink one.
Should I rip it out on camera?
You can rip it out. Go for it.
Okay, how do you take this?
Oh, I've got a
clip on.
That's a stitch marker.
Oh.
Take off that stitch marker.
Satisfying.
Okay.
Look at that, everyone.
Look at that. So satisfying.
Just gonna go
all right, now that's good because I don't want it to get into a knot because we have to, we're gonna have to wind it. See?
Okay.
So this is what I have been working on in between trees falling on our garage and another tree hitting our house because of the ice storm and all kinds of fun life things. But, oh my goodness, this is going tonight to the owner, and I'm gonna miss her, but I'm making another one. I just love it. You can really see on the bottom of this one, oh, that pink. you can see how this is flat and then that it just sits, which is awesome. I have also been working out a spot in the living room, which is where I do all my crochet. For like I cleaned off some bookshelves and I'm putting all my yarn in there. I can't wait to show you guys. I keep finding yarn. I keep finding bins of yarn just when I think I've got it all. But oh my goodness, I am addicted to making octopi now. So you're gonna probably see more of these. Definitely you're gonna see more of these. It was just really fun and so easy. This one, it seemed like didn't take as long as this little baby one here because the yarn is bigger, lighter, and this one was a little bit like, oh, what am I doing with navy blue yarn? I don't think I told you what hook size I used for the big one. I used a 15 millimeter for the big one. For the medium one, I used a 9, and then for the little one, I used a 4. So these are the different hook sizes with the different, I don't know, can I hold it maybe? So this guy came with the purple hook, or was made with the purple hook. This, ooh, it matches. Sometimes I do that too. I'll match the hook color with the yarn color just because, to see if it works out. And then our big octopus here was made, the big octopus was made with the 15 millimeter, or it's called a PQ hook. I never really thought I'd use this hook, but I'm going to be using it a lot. So that's what I have to show you guys crochet wise. I do have other things, like I've been working on the Tunisian stitch blanket from Jada and Stitches. And let me tell you, that one, not the honeycomb one, not the April one, but the March one, that was a challenge. So hopefully I'll be coming to you guys with,
I am mesmerized by lifting this out and winding it.
I'm excited that I finally had made this video too. Nick has been home a lot. He gets way too much vacation time and drives me crazy. Well, anyways, so, it's so squishy. I stuffed it pretty firm. The blue one is a little bit squishy. I didn't stuff it as firm as I stuffed this one, pretty firm. This was actually the first one that I made because I wanted to see what it was going to turn out like with blanket yarn.
No, this was the first one.
Well, yes, true. That's the first one, and then technically I guess this is the second one. This is the first one I finished. But
this is the first one you whipped out.
I mean, this is a pretty good size here too. I'm guessing it's about 7-8 inches, just the body, but I just love it. I will link the tutorial that I followed down below, and I hope you guys have some better weather than we do. Maybe I'll add a couple pictures at the end of the tree and the wonderful weather that we've been dealing with. So she's having fun right there, my little helper. I'm glad that you're winding it as you go. It's time for me to go. I need to go make some mashed potatoes and get dinner going. But it's just, oh, so cute and cuddly.
You could make another one exactly like it.
I am going to make so many of these. You're going to get sick of seeing octopus probably. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a good one, and we will be seeing you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.